Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to my channel. So, guess what, you guys? It is time for another ghost train stories and some more ghost train stories. And the first one I'm going to read is called The Seneth Ghost Light. The Seneth Ghost Light. The Seneth Ghost Light. The Seneth Ghost Light. So this story comes from the state of Missouri, and it takes place in Missouri. Anyway, without further ado, it is time for some more ghost train stories, and I hope you enjoy this now, okay? So the Seneth Ghost Light. This story comes from the state of Missouri. It originates in Seneth, a town located on the old St. Louis-San Francisco Railway. According to John L. Yarbrough, southeast Missouri is typical Mississippi River Delta country, low and flat. The only high ground you will ever see there will be a levee, an Indian bound, or a train track bed. Several years ago, a new interstate and bridge opened up southeast Missouri to Tennessee. Before the bridge, there was the ferry. With the bridge came the opportunity for new friendships to form, and I met a few people who became really good friends. In the course of one of our conversations, ghost stories came up, and they offered to take me out to see the Seneth Ghost Light. Way in the middle of nowhere in southeast Missouri is a community called Seneth, pronounced Zenith. That has a most peculiar and famous ghost. It seems this fellow was working for the railroad, and somehow or another there was a terrible accident where he was beheaded every night just after midnight. You see, you can drive to a point out in the country where the train bed crosses in front of you and see this light, which comes from around a bend, crosses slowly in front of you, turns around and retraces its path. It goes on like this for hours until just before daylight. When it disappears, the light is an amber reddish glow, reminiscent of old times lantern. Anyway, the light represents that beheaded man looking for his head. Now, I've seen the light from a car, but I didn't get out for a closer look. Over the years, I've met a lot of people from the surrounding area who have seen the light. No explanation has ever been given other than the one above. So according to this story, he was beheaded by a train, or while he was working on the railroad, and of course he got his head cut off. Anyway, he died in this accident, and like I said, in the beginning, it takes place in Missouri. It takes place in Missouri. Anyway. So yeah, the Zenith Ghost Light. So the Zenith Ghost Light, is the story I just read. Okay. Now for the next story, the Crossett, Arkansas Ghost Light. If you live in Arkansas, and you know about the Gurdon Light, you know about the Gurdon Light. The Gurdon Light is a ghost light that takes place in Arkansas. But this one is called the Crossett, Arkansas Ghost Light. This one is called the Crossett, Arkansas Ghost Light. They also they have one called the Gurdon Light. That takes place in Arkansas too. Yes, so they have one called the Gurdon Light of Arkansas, but this one is called the Crossett Light of Arkansas. Anyway, the story. Here we go. Okay. The railroad track through Crossett, Arkansas is on a field about 3 feet above the elevation of the surrounding countryside. And at a road crossing humped across the 11 tracks, the Crossett Ghost Light appears. According to legend, a train stopped at this point on a hot summer night, and a brakeman walked back to check the train. He leaned in to check a coupling just as the locomotive lurched momentarily and slack ran along the cars. The engineers saw the brakeman's lantern disappear. After the sudden jolt, fearing the worst, he ran back along the train and found the unfortunate trainmen beheaded under the wheels of one of the cars. The body was put in a boxcar to make its last ride home. Some say the head was never found. Others say that it was placed in a different car as it was carried back. The trainman eventually misses his head because he keeps coming back to look for it. People say that they see his lantern moving along the tracks about 3 feet above the ground. The light appears as a dim yellow ball about a foot in diameter. People in the Crossett area claim that the light has been seen for over half a century and that it still appears today. Like the ghost of Chapel Hill, Tennessee, the Crossett Light is said to sometimes pass through the bodies of watchers standing on the tracks without harming them. According to this story, his head was cut off too. His head was cut off too. And Arkansas is one of the most haunted places in America also too. And Arkansas is one of the most haunted places in America. And this story represents that this story that I just read takes place in Arkansas. Okay, so moving on to the next story. I did this in one of my AI Ghost Train stories. I did this one in one of my AI Ghost Train stories on my videos I did. So go check out that AI Ghost Train story if you have not. That one and this one is called Ghostly Music, okay? And like I said, I did an AI Ghost Train video. I did an AI video with my dad. I did an AI Ghost Train video with my dad of ghostly music. So I'm going to read the story here, okay? So anyway, so here we go, folks. Ghostly music. Old railroad grades sometimes stay haunted even after the tracks are pulled up. One of the many rail lines abandoned in recent years was the B&O branch from Ripley Landing through Cottageville to Ripley, West Virginia. The tracks were taken up in 1968. An old engineer once lived along the tracks in a little house about 2 miles out of Cottageville. He was a cherry old man. He was a cherry old man who loved the Christmas season during the holidays. He often played Christmas records on his phonograph and bought candy for the kids in town. The tracks were abandoned years after he passed away. During the abandonment process, the old man's house was the story. The old railroad bed became a neighborhood trail used mainly by hunters. 2 days before Christmas, one year, a hunter was driving along the grade and heard music coming from somewhere back in the woods, back in the trees. Surprised by the phenomenon, he shut off his truck and listened close. After sitting listening to the music for a little while, he tried to start the truck again. It wouldn't crank. When he looked up from the dash, the hunter saw a man cross the railroad grade and go into a house just to the side. The music started fading and then the house vanished. The hunter was scared to death. He turned over his car, which started right up, and got out of there. When he told his story later, old folks in the neighborhood said he must have seen the ghost of the old engineer. Folks say the old man had always insisted that guests listen to his records. A bunch of boys heard the story and drove out along the grade. The next night, they didn't see a house or a man, but they did hear strange music. What's more, their cars wouldn't start as long as the music was playing. When it faded, the cars started up like normal. Locals say that the music only plays on the days just before Christmas. It goes away on Christmas and the grade is silent for another year. So like I said in the beginning, I did this for one of my AI Ghost Train stories on on another video, and 12 people had already watched that. So I still need more people to watch that. I still need more people to watch that. I did it last year back in December. I did Ghostly Music as an AI ghost train story video. So 12 people had already watched that, and I still need more people to watch that. Okay? Okay? Ghostly music. I hope the Crosset Ghostlight and the Zenith Ghostlight and Ghostly Music will be on the Travel Channel. I hope Ghostly Music and the Crosset Ghostlight and the Zenith Ghostlight will be on the Travel Channel and Discovery Channel and the History Channel. I hope one day the TV company will put that on the Travel Channel and Discovery Channel and the History Channel, hopefully one day, okay? Okay? Because Ghostly Music of Ghost Train is really good, okay? And so is the Crosset Arkansas Ghostlight and the Zenith Ghostlight, okay? Okay? So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed those stories. I'll be back later on this afternoon to read, more ghost train stories for you guys. So stick around and stay tuned for that, and stick around and give this video a thumbs up, please subscribe, ring the bell, watch my channel, and I will see you guys later for more ghost train stories and more videos, okay? Okay, bye everybody. Bye.